Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Nothing like starting off the day with some peanut butter filled pretzels.
Yeah.
My little friend Jenny has those all the time for us in her basement bar, or if for all of our Boston listeners, her bar. And anytime I go get a handful of them out of the bucket, I eat half, and then her dog Ruger gets half.
Yeah. Oh, he loves them.
Well, if I go into the little kitchen area to get anything, he knows that I'm an easy mark.
Yeah.
And he's just automatically, anybody else can go in there, he doesn't do anything. If I walk in there, he perks up and jumps out of his bed and goes.
I love that.
They can smell the weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can.
Those are real good. But every good broadcaster knows, eat a bunch of peanut butter right before you talking to a microphone.
Right. And we couldn't get some lemonade to go with it.
We're all just eating peanut butter right before
Yeah.
we go on the radio. Great. Good call.
Yeah, they actually teach you in broadcast school, never drink lemonade before you go, to record something.
Oh,
it gets,
really?
That film in your throat like that. But I don't have to worry about it. I'm not a lemonade fan either way.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Or creamer in your coffee. I'm surprised they don't mention that because I learned my lesson. Now it's black coffee only when I come in here.
Really, the fat in the cream gets in your throat?
Well, I didn't know that was the reason, but yes. The first couple months I was on the show, I was like, all the time, like, and it was my creamer and my little cold foam topping. Who knew?
She's doubling up.
Yeah.
She's got cream and whipped cream.
Yeah. Just like a whole bunch of whipped cream in my throat.
Hey, it's TJ, and I say it every year at this time. The perfect gift for someone in your life that you love is Omaha Steaks. Have delicious Omaha Steaks delivered to your house and save a lot of money. You can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com, plus a $30 reward card when you shop early and score an extra $30 off with the promo code TJR. I'm telling you, whomever you give this as a gift is going to love it. It's Omaha Steaks. Order today at omahasteaks.com.
Add TJRiggins.com to your phone's home screen. Open your phone's browser, type TJRiggins.com, and click the top banner to learn how to easily add to both iOS and Android phones. Everything is now on the homepage, TJRiggins.com.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Sponsors like Brad & Brothers Heating, Air, and Electrical. Find out more about Brad & Brothers at bradandbrothers.com.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
One of the greatest things you can do as a person, probably the greatest thing you can do as a person during your time on Earth, is to reproduce, have children.
Yep.
No doubt about it. I want to give a quick congratulations to Scarlett Voss. She's a social media influencer, and her husband, Teo Ritchie. They've been together for over a decade, but they've known each other since they were 13. Which is like super sweet.
Yeah.
Like literally, childhood sweethearts. Mm-hmm. They are expecting a baby girl in December. So congratulations to both of you.
Well, I don't know anything about them, so I'm not clapping yet.
Well, TJ, it's a good thing when people have children.
Uh-huh.
Now, what makes them a little bit interesting is they're husband and wife, but they are also stepbrother and stepsister.
Oh.
Mm.
They are step siblings that first met when they were 13. They are now having a baby together. They are married, and they say they met through mutual friends, and then their parents met each other, fell in love, got married.
Okay.
I think that's completely fine.
I know. So that's kind of where I'm going. TJ has always said he's got no issue with step siblings doing whatever, getting married, any of that stuff.
Right, unless they were put together as children by their parents getting married.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. That's not okay.
Right. That's a little bit out of the. It's still by law or on a gross factor. I don't think it's gross.
You don't.
No. But I do think it's a little out there.
Yeah. Well, she has pivoted from doing just regular social media influencing to doing OnlyFans because she didn't realize there are a lot of people that like the idea of them being step siblings. And she said she had no idea. She underestimated the interest in that. So she's made a killing. Well, they both have made a killing with this venture, but
She just turned it trashy right there.
that's the turn.
Yeah, I mean, they got together before the parents,
Right.
so whatever. But now you're OnlyFans, now you're just trashy.
Yeah.
You're trashy.
Is that there have been some haters, but a lot of people are very supportive. We were 13 years old when we first met through mutual friends, and they're a beautiful couple here. I want you to see them because it's not like some Jerry Springer-esque, missing teeth, nonsense. They are beautiful, and they just happen to be step siblings.
Yeah. I wish they would consider adoption for that baby.
Giving the baby up for adoption.
Yeah, let me have it.
Yeah. Give me that baby.
Okay.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. The new TJ and Riggins Show gallery button with the pictures, videos, and links you're hearing us talk about on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
How would you like to be part of a Christmas miracle? Make a donation to TJ and Riggins Breaking and Entering Christmas. Visit tjriggins.com/Christmas and click the donate button. There's a needy family in Western North Carolina who could really use your help. tjriggins.com/Christmas.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Jewelers on Main, located in downtown Mooresville. Go to tjriggins.com/jewel to find out more about Jewelers on Main. Again, that's tjriggins.com/jewel.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
I'm TJ, and I am a big admirer of my wife. In the way she is as a person and the way she looks. I've always been, just completely thrilled with the way she looks. And when I've told her before, when we talk about arguments or whatever, and I say, well, I've never had any problem with the way you look. She took that as an insult.
Well,
because obviously that means I have other problems. But of course I do. She has problems with me, whatever. But it's come up many times. Is it creepy that when we had a pool, I would look out the window at her in binoculars, and I look at that as one of the ultimate compliments. I mean, she's my wife, and I didn't want to bother her, so I just kind of spied on her. But this guy is kind of after my own heart, and he's sitting across in the driveway, videoing, talking about how wonderful his wife is as she comes out the door and gets in the car. And her response is not exactly the response of a wife who thinks that she's just been complimented.
There she is. You guys have no idea how lucky I am that I'm married to her.
What are you looking at?
I was watching you. You were coming up.
Dude, you have a problem? I'm like a creep.
She called him a creep, cussed him out.
it is creepy, though.
Because she didn't know what he was saying on the video.
Right.
And she just looks up and he's videoing her, and she immediately flies off the handle at him.
Mm-hmm. Especially if he's always joking, though, like maybe making fun of her. Maybe she thought that, I don't know. But it was a little aggressive of a comment.
She came in hot. Like, she saw him and just charged right in that car.
Maybe she was upset she was late. You know how we get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all get a way that we can't get. It's a double standard.
Yeah.
If Jody were videoing me walking out of the house, even if I knew she was making fun of me, which she would be, there's no way Jody would be sitting there going, I am so she's genuinely lucky, appreciative, blessed that I'm married to him and all of that. And then I got in the car and started cussing her out. No, it wouldn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Like she could be laughing her head off at me and or mad or whatever, and I wouldn't cuss her out like that.
No.
Mm-mm.
But then again, she may not cuss me out like that. But I mean, she wouldn't be, sweet.
No.
Right.
What are you doing, freak?
Yeah, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that exact line.
Sounds just like her.
Yeah.
I love that.
But ladies, you can learn something from that. That right there is an example of why young men are postponing marriage as long as they can, because they don't want to be married to an old shrew like that.
Shrew.
Yeah. They don't want to have to deal with their good intentions being thrown back in their faces.
Probably true.
Yeah.
And so if you're wondering why you've been dating a guy for 11 years and he won't marry you, look to this lady in the video as an example. Because that's what he's been taught through society, that wives are like.
Bless.
And we need to fix it. So y'all sweeten up a little bit.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's Riggins, and if you love dogs like me, it's heartbreaking when you see posts online that show a cute dog at the shelter with a last day deadline. Wouldn't it be awesome if there were no more last day calls for these dogs? There's a great new organization called No More Last Days. They just launched a website with one goal: to help dogs while featuring like-minded organizations who do good work. Visit tjriggins.com/lastdays or visit them in person at the booth at the Carolina Renaissance Festival every weekend through November and see how they're making a difference and how you can help. tjriggins.com/lastdays.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Oh, look, our new subscribe button, where you can make sure you're getting the new shows right when they're posted. Find listening options for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, social media sites, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Table and Twine and their great subscription program. Go to tableandtwine.com and check it out for yourself. That's tableandtwine.com for Table and Twine.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Well, we're supposed to have some guests coming in just a little bit. And we don't know whether that's going to be friendly or whether they're going to start going at each other violently if one of them starts trying to talk on the air more than the other.
Yeah.
So y'all didn't even know that was a thing between the two of them, did you?
No.
Okay, well, hopefully it won't come to blows.
Are you kidding? I would love to see it come to blows. That would be amazing. I would love to see it. But now trending, Taylor Swift has the hottest book of the year. Who even knew? Her book that documents her Eras tour sold 814,000 copies in its first weekend. It's released on Black Friday. So 500 photos, 256 pages. It's a lot of book.
Yeah.
To look at photos of Taylor Swift.
How much is it?
$39.99, available exclusively at Target.
Yeah.
They said it's the most successful book launch of the year and probably going to be one of the biggest books of the year overall.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So
Who
she's
cares?
she's wrapping up her Eras tour this weekend, starting this weekend. That tour has gone on for 20 months.
Yeah.
It's the most successful concert tour ever, over 5 continents, the whole thing.
See, and that's one of those things that I am usually Mr. Spot on knowing how something takes place. You know, I know why people do what they do. I'm a societal profiler.
Right.
But this is one of those that take all of the other things about Taylor Swift out of it that people may not like or whatnot. But the music and all of that, I just don't get why it's that great. I mean, she's not Elvis. She's not Michael Jackson quality talent.
Really?
That sort of, yeah, I just don't, she's okay.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's that great as far as music.
Oh, that's interesting.
And you know who else doesn't think so?
Who?
My mama. My mama's a music teacher.
She doesn't like Taylor Swift?
She likes her okay. In her little quote unquote baby voice.
Oh. Taylor Swift in a baby voice?
Yeah,
what
she,
is
little girl singing voice.
What is she, what else has she said about Taylor? I'm just
I
curious.
don't know. It's the same thing she's always said about Shania Twain. You know,
Really?
Doesn't get the musical draw to it. Now, she's beautiful. I'll tell you that. She is beautiful.
No doubt.
And I get why men act so stupid about her. That's what she said about Shania Twain.
Rare.
Yeah.
Look
But
at it.
as far as music goes, she's not that great.
Really? That is so interesting. And then sad news is kind of dominating all the top trending topics today. The CEO of United Healthcare was assassinated in Midtown Manhattan yesterday morning as he was going to, I think it was an investors conference, walked from his hotel to another hotel. And some guy came up behind him with a silencer on a pistol and shot him dead right there on the sidewalk.
Right. And that was a full assassination. You know, people use that term, just when somebody gets killed or murdered or whatever, but that was an assassination. Lying in wait, walking up, doing it, and then, going about your business just out of nowhere.
And the authorities say there may have been messages written on the bullets the gunman has used, and they still haven't captured the guy. So, he's got 2 young kids at home. He's got a wife, young guy. So it was just a terrible story that dominated the news and is still dominating the news as they hunt down the suspect. But we've heard a lot about millennials and Gen Z going in for job interviews, and the news hasn't been great, I'll be honest. And now there's another layer to it. We'll get to it next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
How would you like to be part of a Christmas miracle? Make a donation to TJ and Riggins Breaking and Entering Christmas. Visit tjriggins.com/Christmas and click the donate button. There's a needy family in Western North Carolina who could really use your help. tjriggins.com/Christmas. Lily and Grace is an incredible boutique in Mooresville, North Carolina that was built from a lifetime of experience in the interior design and home renovation businesses. Beautiful furniture and interior design elements ready to tell your home's story. Lily and Grace offers a wide range of products that can be customized to accommodate every corner of your home. They truly create pieces of art, and we are so proud to be working with them. Learn more at lilyandgrace.com. That's lilyandgrace.com.
At the beginning of every hour of the TJ and Riggins Show, it's Now Trending, where Riggins brings you the most important news of the day. Now Trending is sponsored by No More Last Days. Go to tjriggins.com/lastdaysnow to see how you can help them ensure more dogs have no more last days. Again, that's tjriggins.com/lastdays.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
I don't recall my job interview for this company at the time. I don't know that there was a formal sit-down interview. Do you remember if I was interviewed by you?
I don't know. You may have been interviewed for your internship by our executive producer at the time. He may have interviewed you for your internship, and then you parlayed it into this star-studded career.
That's what happened. Mm-hmm. But they say 70% of Gen Z and millennials will still consult their parents before they go into a job interview. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
It's just a job interview. You want to talk to your parents, just kind of bounce things off of them.
Yeah.
But it was the survey that came out, what was it, 6 months ago, where it had that shocking number of Gen Zers bringing their parents to the interview.
Mm-hmm. And that's the difference. I mean, asking your parents for advice or any tips or anything is fine before you go to the interview. But taking your mom or your dad with you, that's the thing that's shocking.
And the fact that the parents don't step in at the point of the request and say, "Hey, that's probably not a good idea," is amazing to me.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that's why they're assuming that their parents will go with them, is because they've been raised that way.
Yeah, maybe
the parents are helicopters.
And they don't think twice about it. They're like, absolutely, I would love to.
Mm-hmm. Like those moms staying like the first couple of nights in the dorm with their daughters when they go to college. That's a new thing. Yeah,
I've not heard of that.
just so they get used to the situation, and mom's here for you.
That is embarrassing. Well, there's a thread bouncing around the internet on TikTok, and people are specifically HR managers are talking about the craziest interviews they've had. I had a candidate who came in and asked and said how hot my admin was, and asked if she was single or open to Freaky Fridays.
Yeah.
Hey, you open to Freaky Friday? What is that? But I guess it's not that ridiculous. I was hiring and I sent him for a drug test. He came back with his paperwork from the testing facility that said his urine was 135 degrees. Obviously, he tried to fake the test with the microwave. It's a little warm, 135 degrees. I don't know what the temperature is, but I think that's too hot. I interviewed a woman once, and while we were talking, I was looking over her resume, and her mission state read as follows. Along with my detail-oriented and organizational skills, I will encourage team to work cooperatively and creativity to provide an understanding the visual aspects of our work. She said, I cut it out of the resume, and it's been sitting on my desk for 15 years. I'll never forget that. Did you ever have a disaster job interview?
No.
You pretty much, you and I are a lot alike. I feel like we can ace a job interview no matter what the job is.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, because all you got to do is not be an idiot.
Right.
You know, to be able to, when you leave there, go, well, you know what? He may not be right for this job, but I like that guy. He did a good job. You did. And then they would, you know, give you feedback and say, you interviewed very well.
Yeah.
But we're looking for somebody who finished third grade at least.
You may not be the right candidate for the role.
Right.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
When it comes to football, I know where I'm headed. Wild Wing Cafe. They've got hot wings, cold beer, and football on all the big screens. It's the best place to catch every play, enjoy some killer wings, and ice-cold drinks. See you at Wild Wing Cafe, your game day headquarters.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A new call and text the show option where you can send us a text or leave us a voicemail, which we may even use on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Lily and Grace, Design, Home, Living. It's Lily and Grace. Go to tjriggins.com/LG to find out more. That's tjriggins.com/LG.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
All right, so our guests are here, and they are Alexis from our family, and then our other distant cousin of the TJ Riggins family, Amanda Riggin from Hungry Heroes. Do we clap for them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That deserves an applause.
Does it?
The A-team over here.
Does it? Okay, so Alexis is heading up our Breaking and Entering Christmas stuff this year, and we're doing it differently where we're going into a little town called Old Fort that was flooded and all their stuff is damaged and people lost their homes and loved ones and things like that. Just devastation. So we're helping bring the Christmas festival to their little town, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Just a few minutes on how that's going. But how did the two of y'all end up working together and becoming such fast friends?
Well, Amanda, when we were talking about breaking and entering Christmas, I think it was you, TJ, who told me that Amanda wanted to reach out because she knew of a few areas up in the Western North Carolina area that could use some help.
Yeah.
So...
Well, here's what has happened over the years. I think Riggins, haven't both of them separately talked about how they wanted to meet each other?
Yeah.
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 So it was just something you must have manifested that y'all would be friends.
It took about a few years, but that's how manifestation works. Like sometimes you just got to plant the seed and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
No, she was sliding in his DMs.
Yeah. Well, I get why you would want to be friends with Amanda. She's very cool, sweet, and nice Christian girl and all that. But the question Amanda Riggin, why would you want to be friends with Alexis?
Please.
I just want to serve together. That's it.
Good
However
answer.
that looks.
Good answer.
Well, and I know both of y'all are desperate to be radio/podcast stars, so I was worried that y'all would be fighting over the microphones today. So that's why Rob gave you his microphone, Alexis, so y'all wouldn't be fighting over it.
That was very nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So, Rob, we're taking your microphone.
And
You don't need it.
he's like, please do.
That boy loud. He doesn't need a mic.
It's true. He doesn't really need one.
So how are things going with the event? It's next Saturday, the 14th. And where is it going to be? It's for Old Fort, but where is it going to be? Is it going to be at Old Fort?
Yeah, it's going to be in their little downtown area.
Where
It's tiny.
specifically?
It is super tiny. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We went up there last week and met with a few of the people of Old Fort. We met the mayor. I felt really important. Like, I met the mayor.
Ooh,
Okay?
and you weren't in
At the
handcuffs.
police department.
Yeah, at the police department. As a friend.
Oh, that's why you wanted to be friends with Amanda, because you know she's really tight with law enforcement and
You gotta
stuff.
have one of those in your back pocket.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I always know what I'm doing, Riggins. Always.
Yeah, there's always a plan.
Yeah.
A scheme.
And if you remember stuff about Alexis that we used to have fun with when she was on the show, she has managed to get something free from Amanda already. So she's always got to find that angle to be getting some
just-
free stuff.
People give it to me.
People just give her stuff.
Yeah, they just give me stuff.
All right, we got more about the event coming up, and we'll get serious with it coming up next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Add TJRiggins.com to your phone's home screen. Open your phone's browser, type TJRiggins.com, and click the top banner to learn how to easily add to both iOS and Android phones. Everything is now on the homepage, TJRiggins.com.
How would you like to be part of a Christmas miracle? Make a donation to TJ and Riggins Breaking and Entering Christmas. Visit tjriggins.com/Christmas and click the donate button. There's a needy family in Western North Carolina who could really use your help. tjriggins.com/Christmas. Hey, it's Riggins, and if you love dogs like me, it's heartbreaking when you see posts online that show a cute dog at the shelter with a last day deadline. Wouldn't it be awesome if there were no more last day calls for these dogs? There's a great new organization called No More Last Days. They just launched a website with one goal: to help dogs while featuring like-minded organizations who do good work. Visit tjriggins.com/lastdays or visit them in person at the booth at the Carolina Renaissance Festival every weekend through November and see how they're making a difference and how you can help. tjriggins.com/lastdays.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Sponsors like CompuCom, because every company is a technology company now. But becoming a fully enabled digital workplace isn't easy. Let CompuCom help. CompuCom.com for more information. That's CompuCom.com for CompuCom.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
All right, the co-chairs of the big Christmas breaking and entering Christmas celebration in Old Fort, North Carolina, are here. I guess y'all can be called co-chair people because I mean y'all have attached yourselves. Alexis is supposed to be the boss of the event, but evidently she's found some way to share that work
That's what you guys
with somebody else. So it's Alexis and our friend Amanda from Hungry Heroes. So give us the update of what's happening. In case you missed it quickly, the town was completely flooded by Hurricane Helene. They lost everything, and this is an opportunity that we're jumping on to be able to bring them some Christmas hope and Christmas magic by having the town do their as normal as could be their Christmas celebration for the town. We're helping them do that.
Yeah, so one of the first things that we were able to do, they got their whole shed wiped out with all their Christmas decorations and Christmas lights. So Lowe's, shout out to Lowe's Home Improvement, they donated all of the lights so that they could decorate all of the poles in the downtown area and all of the lights for the Christmas tree, and garlands as well. So that has been delivered. They've been setting that up. And one of the big wish items was an ice skating rink. So we actually got an ice skating rink being set up that day as well.
Really?
Yeah. So that's going to be great. And then Amanda is going to be cooking up some delicious food.
Yeah, they wanted a traditional type Christmas meal. So we're doing ham and all the sides, green bean casserole, macaroni.
Really? You can do normal food, not just barbecue.
Sometimes. That's why I'm calling in my mama. So
Yeah, I was going to say, your mama better be there on that.
yeah, so after the parade, everybody will come through and grab a plate and ice skate. And, I picture it like a movie.
Yeah. It sounds that way. It sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
But having to spend the whole day with y'all would be like a horror movie
Stop, get out of here.
with me. So
Hopefully a short film.
One of those cheesy Hallmark movies.
just a trailer.
Yeah, I mean,
basically, just like that. All right. So what do you need?
So we're still looking for stuffed animals because we want to set up a stuffed animal booth, and every kid that comes through will be able to pick out a stuffed animal and take it home with them. So we're taking donations for that.
I know my wife took a box for that up to my little friend Jenny's place called Jet Fitness.
Yep.
But I don't know where the other ones are going.
So Jet Fitness is one of the locations if you're on the north side of Charlotte. If you're on the south side of Charlotte, Snowflake Village, which is also a sponsor for Breaking and Entering Christmas, is having a drop-off location there. She texted me yesterday. They already have about a tub and a half filled up.
Oh, wow.
So we're moving quick over there, guys.
So is it just one big teddy bear?
Yeah, just one. And they all have to take a little piece of it.
Take turns giving it a hug.
Right.
And if you want to donate money to help make this possible, you can go to tjriggins.com/Christmas and do that. tjriggins.com/Christmas. So it sounds like you kind of got it under control, Alexis. Like you're doing okay with this, surprisingly.
Yeah, surprisingly. Whatever. I am like a real life elf this year, and I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Santa, give me a job. Thank you.
Yeah, but a real life elf means you're just going to be sitting around eating cookies and crackers in a tree. All right, we got more coming up.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Jewelers on Main, located in downtown Mooresville. Go to tjriggins.com/jewel to find out more about Jewelers on Main. Again, that's tjriggins.com/jewel.